transition into a formation rover, rolling the aircraft 90 degrees away from the spectators. Now they'll change when it gets cold. You got people looking straight up, looking straight down. Watch for them to maneuver the aircraft around and get ready for their signature maneuver. Down and back. Oh, watch out! This is the blunder. Look out! Now, ladies and gentlemen, as they land at the other runway, would you give the force a big round of applause, please? I'm Danny Clisham, and on behalf of Matt Chapman, Jack Knudsen, Rob Holland, and Bill Stein, now and forever, may the force be with you.
Thank you, Danny Clisham. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round.
A down and dirty prototype proof of concept, and as you can see, Bob Carlton turning out here. This airplane has got a much bigger cockpit. It's got retractable gear, a BRS parachute system. It's got a really nice ecosystem that's from NGO Electronics, and all in all, a much improved airplane with a lot more fuel capacity than we had in the other airplanes. This airplane actually is capable of a 500-mile leg and with reserve, and it's really good. You can see it's cleaned up here coming at us. Bob's not going to be doing any real aerobatics, but we know that he's famous for his Salto jet, and our facilities are here, and most of the components, other than the engine, are built also right here in Wisconsin.
Not only built in the USA, but built in Wisconsin.
In Wisconsin. Yeah, it's cold as hell as it is, but, you know, we still get it done. By this airplane, and its main purpose is this, and aerobatics. Of course, it is aerobatic, and when we have the low-level card, Bob will be doing a full routine with this thing, much more than what he's doing now.
This is very new.
This is very new, and this is the new age of microjet. We know that some have been around for a long, long time. We're very proud to make this an affordable airplane. This goes on. You can build this airplane for $130,000, which is pretty remarkable for your own personal rocket ship.
And as you said, it's new, but it's exciting.
It's man, I'll tell you, I have a hard time wanting to get in a prop airplane after flying this thing. It's a total hoot. People ask what it's like, what the experience is like. You can imagine like being in an airliner. The acceleration on takeoff is just about like you'd feel in a Southwest jet with a cocktail in your hand. Well, we don't have the cocktail. We have that nice smell of Jet One in there.
And you said something about range has really been improved for the prototype.
Range is
You typically fly at what altitude would you typically fly?
normally if you're doing cross-country cruising, you'd be going. It works really well above 10,000 feet. When we're here at Oshkosh,
or kids or anybody, are you there? Okay, now we got you, Kent. Is that you in the Jelly Belly special?
Oh, that's Chuck Ramamine.
Hey, Chuck, wait a minute. You were the guy that was up here before on the announcer stand?
Shortest takeoff, all 5 planes will go, all 6 planes will go, and then they'll try for their shortest landing. We'll combine them, see who wins.
Now, these folks that are flying this evening, these are the top 3 finishers from Monday, our competition flying on Monday, and our competition flying on Tuesday, and tonight is championship.
That's right. And the deal is, they're not all the same kind of airplanes.
Right, Larry, and talking to Joe earlier in the week, we know that normally there would be different aircraft categories. They'd be flying in just their own type of aircraft. Here at AirVenture, it's everybody kind of grouped together, just having a good time.
That's right. In our contest, we'd have some heavy touring, light touring, 180s, 185s, 170s, Mauls, 172s.
And then we had this one-of-a-kind airplane that was built for this competition.
Steve Henry flying a Just Aircraft Super Stol. Steve's out of Idaho, and that's an impressive one to watch.
So each one of these aircraft is going to make 2 takeoffs and landings, and the best score from between the two will be determining the winner tonight.
Correct.
So do they get anything other than bragging rights?
It's all bragging rights here, yep. If you can make out the pylons, those are 50 feet apart out there. Here's Frank Knapp. This will be an impressive one. Frank's flying a home-built, lately based on a J3, but obviously lots of modifications.
It's very loosely built on a J3.
Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. If you saw it fly Monday, you know this has got a short takeoff. Oh, yeah! Try that at home.
Can't wait to hear these numbers.
That was a 72-foot takeoff by Frank. The other day they were a little shorter. I think it was 24, but they were dealing with wind right down the runway.
We had a really nice headwind. And now we've got our first landing attempt here.
Bobby Breeden on the approach. They need to hit the line or past it. If they're before it, they're disqualified.
Ooh. You were telling me, I'm sorry, you were telling me, Joe, that most of these guys land with their brakes locked.
They do. Several of them do land. The Just Aircraft one, he said he lands with the brakes locked. The gear is forward enough that it won't go up on its nose.
A feel for how the aircraft is performing, and it's warmed up, and they get a little better flying performance.
That's correct. 110 feet for Bobby Breeden on that in a stock Super Cup. Bobby, the first time he won Valdez, it was 2 weeks after he got his pilot's license.
Oh, anybody can do this.
We're getting these measurements from down on the runway where they're launching the people. The cone to space 50 feet away, and we're getting accurate measurements as we speak. So this is live time.
This is Joe Dory. Joe flies a lot at high altitude in Nevada, 115-foot takeoff. Not bad there. That's an experimental PA-11.
As it's getting darker, does that affect their precision on particularly on landing?
I don't think so. Boy, these takeoffs are really close. That was 115 for Scott Warren in that Carbon Cub Crafters. Yeah, they can see it. It's a good line. There's good contrast for them. Although I guess, as it gets darker, your depth perception's a little worse.
Okay, this is number 5 here for this evening's competition in the second round.
Steve Henry from Idaho. Whoa. There he gets that angle of attack, and away you go.
It's getting a little bit darker. Does that affect the pilot's performance?
No, I think they can handle it. They're looking down the runway. No problem. You'll see them if you can look close enough when they take off. They have no flaps. Then the trick is right when you get to the proper speed, you pull the flaps, pull the stick back, and break into ground effect. And it is the last wheel to leave. So if the tail wheel drags, that's what counts, or the last main gear, either one. That was 69 feet by Frank Knapp. Not too bad.
So as you said, when they pull that aircraft off, you're actually just in ground effect. You
That's
better
right.
keep the nose down and get
That's
some
right.
speed built up.
Yeah.
Okay, here comes our first landing for the second round.
Bobby Breeden again. Nice steady approach. Right on the line, it looked like.
Put that one down. Those big Tundra tires on there, you can kind of see the aircraft bounce up and down. Those big soft tires, that's what allows them to land on rough, unimproved strips.
That, absolutely, and that takes up a lot of the energy. Those Alaska bush wheels is commonly what they use, 29-inch or 31s.
What do they run for pressure in there?
When they're out on gravel or grass or something, they'll have as little as 4 pounds.
4 pounds of pressure.
Yeah. That was Dennis Wittenberg, 163.
Flowing tail dryers and that experience of the first time you do a wheel landing and the nose kind of dips down. These guys really let that nose drop.
Right, right.
Service here in town, you can actually see video from the number 4 aircraft, 4 HD videos being presented now on iFlyTheAirshow.com. iFlyTheAirshow.com. We'll tell you more about it later, but you can be watching views from the number 4 ship. team would also like me to tell you can find the same great AirShow products in their new red bottles. And come to the Thursday night concert at 6 p.m. immediately after the air show. You can help celebrate their 30th anniversary, and one lucky member of the audience will win a ride with the AirShow Aerobatic team. What a ride.